I'm fun, and this is Gin with Filmora.
Lights, camera, action!
Let's have some fun. Today we're going to be creating that Christmas holiday ambience video. Let me show you how I did it. The first thing we need for our ambience video is a background. So I went to stock media and I searched for winter. I also searched for Christmas and I found this backdrop, or this background, which I liked. I know it doesn't look very Christmassy at the moment, but you'll see what we can do there. Drag that onto the timeline and I'll make that full width. And it's also a little bit small as well, so what I want to do is make that wider so it fits the screen. And I also want to move it down slightly so we can see a bit more of the sky. Okay, that's great. The next thing I want to do is make these lights twinkle a little bit. Give it a bit of movement. So I went to stickers, and in there I found a bling bling pack element. Now I'm going to drag that down and just bring it in to about there for now. See how that goes. Now obviously this is way too big at the moment. I'll just wait until it's nice and bright. I'm going to transform that, scale it down so it's about the same width as the lights there, and I'll also rotate it slightly. A bit smaller, I think. Now let's just play that and see what it looks like. There you go, looks like the lights are twinkling. I'll now duplicate that by holding Alt on the keyboard and clicking and dragging it onto the next timeline. You can also right click and copy and paste. It's exactly the same. And now what I want to do is move that across. So I'll move the X value across. And I now want to rotate that as well. And I'll also move that down over these lights here. Let's see what that looks like. Okay, that doesn't look too bad. Again, I'll duplicate this clip. So this time I'll right click, copy, go on to the next timeline and paste by doing Ctrl V on your keyboard, or you can right click and paste. It's the same. And what I want to do with this now is make these lights go up here. So I'll move them across again. I'll rotate them on an angle. I'll move them up to where I think they should be approximately. Let's just see what that looks like. Yeah, that looks okay. It's not too bad. Maybe move it down slightly because you've got a light that's off the top there. That wouldn't look right. Okay, let's try that. Yeah, that's not too bad. And I want another set to go down here. So again, I've already got that copied. So I can just go to the next timeline and paste. This time I'll right click and paste. You use whatever method you think is best for you. So what I want to do now is move this one across. Rotate it the other way this time. Make it smaller. And I'll put it on this side. I need to rotate that more, obviously. Just so it runs approximately the same angle as the lights that are already on there. So let me just see what that looks like. Needs to move in a bit because it looks like it's actually off. So I'll just move that across. Let's give that a go. See what that looks like. Yeah, they all look like they're twinkling now. So that looks quite good. Right, what else do we need? We need Santa's sleigh flying over the roof. So let's go to stickers again. Let's search for Santa. Okay, and here's one here, Christmas green screen. That will do, great. Let's just put that on top of the other effects. So let's see what happens when we play the Santa clip. Yeah, so he comes in there. He's a bit low because he wouldn't be going in front of the church or whatever it is. So I'm actually going to do the y-axis and take him so that he flies over the top there. Let me just take that forward a bit. Yeah, that looks good. Looks like he flies over the top there. Okay, I'll just render that so we can see what it looks like. and play it. Twinkling lights, Father Christmas going over the top. Yeah, I'm happy with that. That looks good. So I can now trim this back down to there. Great. Okay, what else do we need? We need snow. Right, let me just make these smaller so we can see what's going on. So if you click and drag your timeline in between each one, it'll actually shrink them down. Or you can simply right click and go to adjust track height, small, and that makes them all small. You can fit a lot more in on the timelines. So let me just go and find some snow. Go to stickers and type in snow. And I found one that I used earlier. So let me just go back to the ones that I've saved, and it's this one, Christmas green screen. And I've saved that as a favorite. And you do that simply by clicking on the star once you've found it. So I'm now going to add some snow. I need to click and drag that over the top. Let's see what that looks like. Okay, it's snowing, but I want more snow than that. I'll extend that. So what I can do, I'll make that small again, is I can shrink that snow down, make it slightly smaller, and I'll move it over to the top left. I'll duplicate this snow, so right click, copy, don't forget to put it at the start, go to the next timeline and paste, right click and paste. I'll shrink that down, and now I want to move this snow over to the right hand side. So basically we're just duplicating the snow, so it looks like we've got a heavier snowfall. Right, we want to copy these two now, both of them. Right click and copy. Make sure you're on a new timeline. You'll know because it goes grey. Go to the start and right click and paste. I'll now move the rest of the snow down into the other two corners. Right, so we've now got 4 separate smaller pieces of snow. So let me just render that to see what it looks like. So now we've got 4 separate sections of snow, and it looks like it's heavier snowfall. Yeah, that looks good. I'm happy with that so far. What else do we need? Okay, why don't we have a greeting at the start? So again, let's go to our stickers and type in Christmas. Now you can either type in Christmas there, or under stickers at the moment there's a section for Christmas. So you can just search through there and pick something you want. I found one earlier which was called Christmas green screen, which I liked, so I shall click and drag that onto the very start of the clip. Let's just see what that looks like. I like that, but I want it a bit bigger, so let's change the scale up and just reposition it over to the right hand side slightly. Now at the moment Father Christmas is coming in a bit too soon. I don't want him to come in until the word Christmas is finished writing, so let's just move Father Christmas. So what I'm going to do, so I don't affect any of the others, I'm going to lock all of the ones down. So if you lock them, that means you can't move them or delete them or do anything that you don't want to do to them. So I do recommend, once you've got the others in position, lock all the other ones down. That's a good idea. Okay, we want to move Santa across to about there. So now he should come in just after the word Merry Christmas has finished writing on the screen. Let's give that a go. Merry Christmas. There you go, fades out. And there goes Santa. We need to extend these so that they are all the correct length. So I'll just make that smaller. I need to unlock them all again before I can change the length of them. So it's always a good idea to set the length first, which I didn't do. Sorry about that. Always set the correct length first. Sometimes you can't. In this case I couldn't because I had to move the Father Christmas. But what you can do now in Filmora 13 is if you click on all of the ones that you want to extend, you can now just click and drag and they will all drag across. Great. In fact, I'll make them all the same length as what Santa is, and the Merry Christmas as well. Brilliant. So let's take that back to the start and see what it's looking like so far. So there we go. We've got the writing, we've got the flashing lights, we've got the snow, in comes Santa, flies across the screen, and off he goes to deliver his presents. Fantastic. The only thing we need to do now is add a bit of audio. You can use the audio tracks that's in Filmora, but I've already got some on my computer that I'm going to import to use on this video. I've got a jazz Silent Night, and I've also got a Santa Claus saying ho ho ho, because when Santa enters the screen, maybe about there, I'd like him to say ho ho ho. So let me just put that there. Ho ho ho! Came in a bit too late there, so let me try that again. Move it across. Ho ho! Maybe a bit too late again. Move it a bit further across. Ho ho ho! Yeah, that's great. And I'll chop this down or shrink this down to the same size just by simply clicking and dragging. Now all we need is a bit of background music, and I think a good old piece of Christmas jazz would go well with this, so let me just drag some Christmas jazz music that I had onto the timeline. I will chop this to match the other media. Let's take that to the beginning. Now let's see and hear what it sounds like. Ho ho ho! And that's it. That's how you make an ambience video. Now that is obviously just about 11-12 seconds long. What you then do is chop out the bits that you'd like to repeat over and over again. So for example, obviously once Father Christmas has gone past, it's still snowing, so then you could just repeat the snowing video or the snowing part of the video as many times as you want to create, you know, a 5-minute, 10-minute, an hour long clip. And that's what makes a good ambience video. I'd love to see your Christmas holiday videos, so if you do create any, please drop a link in the comments below. I really would love to see them. As always, thanks for watching. Ho ho ho, now go have some fun.